What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Sages Interlude. I'm your host, Chase the Dark Sage, and this show is brought to you by Beyond Beats and Culture, the best hip-hop show on the platform and the most consistent that actually talk about the music. And if you haven't already, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe. This is my solo show, The Dark Sage, which hence the name Dark Sage Interlude, and we are back for another episode. And today's episode is kind of special because it's record store day at the time we're recording this. Now, when this goes up, I'm not really sure, but at the time of this recording, it is Record Store Day. It is November 28th, 2025. Actually, the day after today is my birthday. So I had to get a few things. I got some early birthday money. And you know what? I was supposed to be somewhere today, somewhere important, somewhere that pays the bills, but I don't feel too well. You get what I'm saying? And coincidentally, today is Record Store Day. So I just thought to myself, how about I go on the hunt? You know, and not be somewhere where I could, you know, get people like this contagious thing that I have. Just in case you guys are wondering if I, something is wrong with me. But today I had to go and do a little perusing, doing a little hunting, because honestly, one thing I love about collecting is the hunt itself, and getting the actual thing that you were hunting for just signifies what the hunt was like. And sadly, I am missing one thing out of all the things I wanted, even though I have the original vinyl, not the original vinyl, but the latest repress before this newest repress, which was the 20th anniversary of it. I got dang near everything I wanted, plus some stuff I didn't expect to actually see while I was out there. I went to 2 record stores. I went to Josie's Records in Plano, and I went to ZT Records in Frisco, the Stonebriar Mall itself. So I went to these 2 places. I got generally what I really wanted. I was missing the one big thing that I really wanted, which was the Little Brother Minstrel Show 20th anniversary with the Obi strip. Oh, I really want that, but I'm pretty sure I could wait somewhere online and try and snag it somewhere, even though shout out to my co-host / cousin Tevin, who already got me the actual, the last repress of the Minstrel Show on vinyl. I already got that, but I do want that one with the Obi strip itself. But let's go ahead and get into today's haul, the things that I actually got from the actual record stores themselves, because like we say all the time on the show, we actually support the music over here, whether it sold well, whether it didn't. We buy the music that we like, we buy the music that we want to support, and we support physically. That way these artists can have way more money in their pockets. You get what I'm saying? Well, that's not the reason why I buy it for that, but I buy it to have it physically and to have it on my shelf and to play it, and just for preservation purposes only. But I'm rambling right now. Let's go ahead and go to the first place that I went to, Josie Records right here. And Josie Records is obviously the biggest record store, I believe, within Dallas. Now, I didn't go to the Dallas branch, the one in Farmers Branch. I went to the Plano one, which is the much smaller one. I went there. Honestly, I thought I was going to get everything I wanted, but they ran out of the 2 chains. They didn't have the Little Brother, and I'm like, all right, can you see if any store around you has any of these? And it was like, yeah, no, they don't. I'm like, oh, if I knew that I was gonna, out of the place I was supposed to be at to pay the bills, I might have would have just, found out I was, the day before work. You get what I'm saying? But this was a very impulsive thing for me to do. Was it the most responsible thing for me to do, especially with Rent Around the Corner? No, but we love the music over here. So let's actually see what I got right here. And we got 2 vinyls. Now, the first one, I completely forgot that this was actually going to be pressed on vinyl. I saw the list like a few months ago, and I saw some of the things. I was like, oh, okay, I want that. Shoot, I'm gonna shoot for that. I completely forgot that this was on vinyl. Glorilla's everything. I believe this is like her first mixtape or full-length project that wasn't the EP. We actually reviewed this on the channel around the first year that we actually started this right here. So to get this on vinyl, I'm not the most ecstatic over this project, right? I really loved her Glorious project. I thought that was really a good project for an artist of her caliber, and this project right here was a good enough teaser for it. Glorilla has been having she really had a fire 2024. I think that she was one of the more slept on artists, with having consistent hits from different projects, always on the radio, always in rotation, always on TikTok. They were always trending somehow, and everything definitely has some of those hits. Like, I believe Yeah Glow was on here, right? Yeah Glow is the first song on here. All There, Wannabe with Megan Thee Stallion. I'm trying to see what other songs is on here that I remember. Wannabe remix. But yeah, this is the vinyl's exclusive neon yellow vinyl right here. Glorilla's everything. I wasn't like, oh, I gotta get that. That's something I gotta get. But I saw it and I'm like, why not? So you get what I'm saying? But next thing we have is Pilot Talk 2 by Currency with the Obi strip right here. Now, I'm not the biggest Currency fan, and I remember either last year or the year before last year, I wanted to listen to some Currency stuff because, like I said, I'm not the biggest Currency fan. Heard Pilot Talk 2 because my co-host said, yo, you gotta check out the Pilot Talk series. Pilot Talk 1, I was like, I don't know about this one. But when I heard Pilot Talk 2, I was like, yeah, I need that. I like that. Ooh, this is good. And we had to get Pilot Talk 2. Now, I'm not sure if I actually got to censor this or not, but here's the one with the Obi strip right here. And the colorway is super, super dope. I remember my co-host sending me a picture of it last week when we were shooting our episode. We actually talked about it, but I didn't think I was going to get it, but here we are with it. I'm really glad that I did get it right here. But yeah, Currency, Pilot Talk 2, Anglo Realist, everything. You guys know I barely edit any of these videos, so these shots right here. Yeah, these are the vinyls right here. And then we go to the last one, which is ZT Records, which is in Stonebriar Mall in Frisco. We got some things that I wanted when I was going in there, and I was like, okay, maybe I might find a little brother in there. Obviously, I did not. But let's go ahead and see what we got in here. Two 2 Chainz projects, kind of, right? This is the first project right here, 2 Chainz, True Religion, the anniversary edition. Now, this is a project that I had to have because, oh boy, in high school, I destroyed this mixtape because I love this so much. This project has so many songs that I love from 2 Chainz. This is a top 5 2 Chainz project within his discography. True Religion is one of those projects that was like a career-defining project for 2 Chainz, especially then when he had to rebrand from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz. This project right here. Now, while I would have loved the original cover for this, right? I'm still happy with this, and it's in this little denim sleeve right here. And I'm gonna give you guys close-up shots of this, obviously within the B-roll itself, but it's on red, white, and marble vinyl, available on vinyl, limited to 3,000 worldwide. This bad boy is fire. 2 Chainz, the trendsetter that he is. Oh yeah, I love this right here. This is fire. This was $49.88. No wonder my total came out to like 90 something for just 2 vinyls itself. Yeesh. But then we have my last pickup right here. Life is Beautiful by Larry June, 2 Chainz, and Alchemist. We actually reviewed this on the channel as well, so if you want to check that out, hopefully I'll link it down in the description down below. This is a project that I thoroughly enjoyed. I didn't think this was like an album of the year contender, but at the time I was like, okay, this is one of the best projects that's out this year. Well, Alchemist is great production, 2 Chainz having such presence on this project, and Larry June coming in, sounding more like a feature than it was like a 2 Chainz and Larry June's project, but they later said that, oh, 2 Chainz was already working on this, and Larry June heard it and was like, yo, let me hop on some of this stuff. And it makes sense, but this is the chopped, not slop version right here. Chopped and screwed, if you guys know I am from Texas, so this right here is like basically part of the culture, and I had to get this. I only have 2 chopped and slop projects on vinyl within my collection, which is this, and I believe Don Toliver's Heaven or Hell right here. But yeah, this was limited to like 2,000 translucent purple. This is a really, really dope look right here, especially with the all purple. Now I need the actual OG version of this project right here on the all black vinyl, since I do have the chop knock slot version. But yeah, that was my haul for Record Store Day. Like we always say, we love to support the music. You guys know I am a vinyl record collector. You guys seen the collection, most likely, hopefully. If you haven't, I'll link it down in the description down below. But that one is super, super old now compared to like what I really have within my collection now, because my collection has immensely grown since that video. Do I need to do an updated collection? Yeah. Am I gonna do it anytime soon? Probably not. But yeah, that was my Record Store Day haul for November, I guess the fall, because there's like 2 Record Store Days within a year. But yeah, if you guys went to Record Store Day, if you guys hunted for anything, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what you got. These are the only things I really wanted. I'm pretty sure there was some R&B picks that I really wanted, but when I was doing my, my crate digging, I didn't see anything that I really wanted besides these. And like I said, I'm missing out on the little brother, but hopefully I can get some leftover stock from a different store. Hopefully get that bad boy. But like I said, this has been another episode of the Dark Sage Interlude. I'm your host, Chase the Dark Sage, and I'm out. Peace.
See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. See, if you don't got no sauce, then you lost.